On apartment is an old man, so that's the whole trick is old.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm with Jerry.
People that smack while they eat.
Definitely.
Like
Definitely psycho.
like it's something that
So I started like when I was 15. I started hustling, trying to make some money. But I
Was
started.
saying that y'all know about these benches, but she didn't say benches.
No, she said it.
Oh man, to this day, I still think about them broke benches in that church. Boy, I tell you, to this day, you
Praise
never have
God,
me forget about them broke benches.
Because they gotta provide a good financial support for the church, you know.
Is
But
it?
it was
Is it?
it was during the time of tithes and offerings that I believe she made that comment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We was about to be a blessing to the church and the way the Lord been a blessing to us. You know, you can't do no with them broke benches.
I tell you, it's crazy.
Oh man, good evening, good evening. Welcome everybody to another episode of Apartment 4A. Hope everybody having a good time. Um, just reminiscing a little bit on a little story. One day we're gonna tell the whole story, and Jonathan
And
gonna have
right,
to
the
admit
right story.
we've been telling the right story the whole time.
The
Jonathan
right
just don't want to
story.
admit it.
Tell the right story.
But today's episode, we here to talk about something that is near and dear to us all. Give us an opportunity to get out here, talk about no, no being a complete sentence. It's one of the things that is so simple, so easily to be said. We find it extremely easy to say it to anybody under the age of 18. But once folks get a little bit older, sometimes things change. You know, situations change, and we find ourselves not using it as a complete sentence like we typically should. Now, I'll be the first one to admit. Um, I don't know about the other brothers, but I'll be the first to admit I am terrible at saying no, especially
Yeah.
the people that I'm closest to. If somebody asks me for something, I feel like I can really do it. Sometimes I may go out of the way to really figure out how I can help that individual, but I have to remember myself that hey, you can just say no. You know, they talk about that that campaign um, about just say no to drugs and how it was kind of strong-handed and forceful and maybe even traumatized a few few kids back in the day. But it's one of those things. Just saying no could have been something that we could really use now as adults. And we ain't talking about just saying no to drugs, but really just saying no to people we love the most. Uh, so, fellas, as you think about how you doing this week, tell me how you deal with no being a complete sentence. Do you have an issue with it? Does it easily fall off off the tongue? And or who is somebody that you have a hard time saying no to?
Mm, I guess I'll crack it up. I tell you what, no, it is tough saying no. Because like you said, when especially deal with family, friends, and loved ones, you always want to be that help. Especially if you know you can. Either labor, financially, the word of comfort. It's hard to tell people that you love and care for, and sometimes even strangers know. But that is a tough word when women embrace help. So,
I think your son took the microphone with him.
okay, Tyler, you make it up. Yeah, he
The
did. He
father he
got
went
brown.
away. The father he
Hey.
went away unless we can hear.
Bye bye. There we go. See, that's another one I can't tell no to. Bye, son. Like, yeah, yeah. But like I said, family and friends, and all that. I hear it a lot. You don't never take time out for yourself to rest and do other stuff, but it's hard when you find, because you always know that one day that you're gonna need that help, I guess. So I ain't gonna keep blabbering, but yeah, it's tough to tell people
John, what you say?
What's the word?
No.
no.
I'm still learning. I'm 41 years old. I'm still learning. I've gotten so bad at not saying no that I will put my own self in a bind to try to help folks.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is crazy because I'm sitting there thinking like, I can't even help myself. Why am I helping you? But I guess
It's wild, man, because
I stay for
we
you.
all, we all grew up in a time where no was an easy sentence. You know, you ask your mom or your dad for something, they tell you, nah, we ain't doing it. Hey, when you pull up to the store before you even utter it out your mouth, you ain't getting nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. We're not gonna be in here all day. I don't want to hear, but you better not even breathe too hard when we get up in this stuff.
Not
But go
BBA said.
ahead. You believe they said what?
I said I know BBA said that.
Oh man, shoot. Shoot. My mama, you be look, we lucky today. Today they won't let you leave your child in the car. I was left in the car.
Man, many times. And see it don't move, don't let the window down, the air stay off, and
And that's
everything.
it. The answer was no, you ain't going inside.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, mama did, not to cut you off, mama did me like that one time. Cause we were talking about it probably about a month ago. We was in Aberdeen at the grocery store, and they sure did. They left me in that car and had them windows rolled up, and she said, "Hold on, I'm going to the grocery store, and I'll be right back." Man, her jet still ain't came back out. I'm still in that dang on car.
And that's just how they do you, man. That's how they do you. And it's wild. So we grew up hearing no all the time. And then as we got older, we just get difficult with it. And I think the thing is how important, we feel an individual is to who we are. Um I know I want to say the closer we are, or the more I feel about you, it's harder to say no, but also it's easier to tell that person no as well because I know they understand. I think the people I struggle with is the people I know actually need some real help. And I may not want to do it, but I know they really I want to tell them no because you don't feel like you don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I think I saw the saying here when you telling people yes in the situation when you really saying no, when you really need to say no, then you actually giving up something that you actually want to do or need to do. And so we have to figure out ways how we can tell individuals no. And I tell you one of the things that I've been doing, especially at work, I've been not isolating myself, but I've been cutting myself off for periods of time. So that way you can't ask me. I'm like, look, I got such and such going on. I block a schedule point out on my schedule so I can get some stuff done because if not, I spend all my day doing stuff for other people instead of doing stuff I need to do. Um, so we have to break it down the best we can. Now, I tell anybody, my grandma called me, y'all might as well just give it up because I'm out. Ain't nothing they can do to stop that. My grandma calls, hey, I'm about to catch y'all in a little bit because my grandma said she needs so I got to go.
And that's understandable.
No, it's different. It's different. Yep.
And I think that's just what it is. When we look at family and stuff like that, we look at that like, oh, that's different. That's family. But at the same time, sometimes we gotta tell them no too.
Yeah, but I think you just said a good mouthful too, but it's the truth. The people that you don't have that close relationship, and if you know if somebody really asking you, they really do need that help. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're able. But like I said, a lot of time our family members they'll abuse that. You know, family members, friends that are close to you. You know, just because they don't want to try and help and do stuff. But all in all, when someone that's I say you a fair associate who just once out of 3 or 4 months asks you for something, you know, for some help, you know, it'd be kind of hard to tell that person no, just because you know they're in need of.
Hmm. You know, and I think we all have, especially as we got older, we don't want to disappoint people. You know, we
I
we
sure,
are so much. Go ahead.
I sure want to learn. I
You
want
want to
to.
learn how to disappoint some people?
I want to learn. I want to learn to just say, nah, I can't do
Yeah.
it. I do. I really do.
So let me ask you this, Jonathan. Because how do you, if you got to tell somebody no, how do you do it? Do you not answer the phone? Do you make
Pretty,
yourself busy? You put yourself in a situation where you don't have no choice but to say no.
pretty much not answer phone.
No, that's wrong. No,
Wait a minute.
no, no,
Wait a
no,
minute.
no.
Are we live? Can people see this? Because I'm
Yeah,
the wrong person to see this. And
we live, buddy. We live.
No, you don't. No, you answer
no,
the
I don't
phone.
do that. I don't do that.
So that's what it is. Whenever we call Jonathan, he don't answer the phone. He just don't want to tell us no.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we've been friends for 20 some years. If y'all really need something, I know it. If not, y'all know it. I don't mind saying no, guy.
I feel you.
But,
When
but
the last time you told somebody yes, and as soon as you hung up the phone, I got away from you immediately regretted it. You immediately was like, dang, I should have told them.
that's a
Should
lot
have
of time.
told them no. Huh?
That's a lot of time. So in my area of side business that I do, uh,
Don't say it like
it's a lot of time
that.
that people ask me to do stuff last minute, and there's a lot of times I told one of my friends I said that I said I'm gonna start treating y'all like the other man and stop treating y'all like the brother man. I said because I have a business, people call me at the last minute and I just go do it. But these people who have these big companies, if you don't get it to them by the first of the week, you ain't getting stuff done. And so I said I'm gonna start treating people like the other man.
Now I feel you. I feel you. Do you think it's a money thing? Do you think, hey, look, I don't want to miss out on this little bit of money? It might be
Yes,
a
that's
little
what it
extra
is.
work.
I that's what it is, no. But however, a lot of times I tell these folks, yes, is a lot of churches, and I don't really charge churches like I should. So sometimes I don't get paid for a lot of stuff.
But see, it won't hurt you like because I was talking to one of we got a local business shop in equipment, and she goes in a hole a lot like what you doing because you know if somebody asks her Wednesday she need these shirts done by Friday, she'll go and come work overtime, have her people work overtime to get them shirts done.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't spent out at least like what probably about $300 or $400 in overtime. So by the time she get the shirt, the people get the shirt, she ain't making nothing. It
Yeah, that's
don't it don't hurt to if somebody asks you how much it costs and they say they need it by Friday, shoot, jump that thing up another $40, $50 for your time, because your time is precious.
and you know what's crazy? That is so true to do. But I ain't gonna say I'm a bad businessman, but I'm a bad businessman because I'm one of them people like, how would I feel if somebody did me like that? And that's how
You you be trying to take people into consideration. I mean, I get it,
I do.
especially if
I
it's
do.
like a church. You like, the church ain't got that much money. more
Yeah,
than likely they in a situation where it's hard and dire. But JP got a point, man. You got to do something for yourself. I mean, I had to start doing the same thing myself, doing the little things, putting up security cameras and stuff like that in churches. While I'm most definitely trying to help them, I'm not most definitely not trying to overcharge or break the church at the same time.
right.
If I let them, man, they'll work me to death. They'll be
And
like, well, if you're gonna do this, go on. Well, since you're here, can you go on look at this for me? And man, I got this thing over here. Can you go on put that? It's like, hey, one was one, but now you don't gave me a whole nother job.
and
So
and let me put this out there. Anybody who see this video, I'm talking about you. You are one of my best customers.
hey, we ain't doing no promotion to advertise, man. This ain't one of those shows.
You are one of my best customers. Do not think that I'm talking about you. Whoever's watching it, you are valued.
Bro, let me ask you this though. You said something. It kind of took my whiskers real quick. Like you said, you're not in the business to break the church. What's your thoughts on that? If somebody like, especially if you're a church going person, but their initiative, I'm not saying this is technically break the church, but overcharge the church on certain projects and stuff. You know.
So I do. I mean, I can admit I have a little bit of a soft spot for the churches. The churches come in and they want some work done, and I will try to find the most feasible, most economic way to get it done for the church. But over time, I think I've been used a couple of times, just kind of out of my niceness. I had to realize that, hey, I can't keep doing this because it's costing me way, way more time and money because I'm buying a little thing. Like, even if I charge them for something, I'm like, well, I can just buy this for them, and I'm ending up losing out because I'm trying to help them. I had to realize that it's gonna kill me. So what I try to do is I'm not gonna try to beat the church. There's some people who give you upcharges on things like, well, I can get this camera for $200, but I'm gonna charge them $350. I ain't gonna do the church like that. If the camera $200, I'm gonna charge them 200. I'm like, y'all just buy the equipment, pay me for installation. We'll go like that. Um, just trying because I understand their church. Most of the people there are volunteering. They make their money based on what people give them. They ain't like they selling nothing or have this big budget or anything. So my thing is to help. I did it for me. It's the Lord's work, and I'm like, I always try to help the Lord's house out. You keep your house in order. Try to help keep His house in order too. So as long as they honest and real, and they trying to get me to run around, I'm cool with that. But man, I had one church try to work me to death. And I had to tell them, look, we just gonna have to. I can't do no more. I've done all I can do.
Mhm.
Let
So
me ask you something. When you do stuff for the church, do you feel bad if you can't do it?
I feel bad if it don't go the way that I thought it was gonna go. Like if I tell you this is like a 2 day job and it go 3 days, I feel bad. Like, dang, they really wanted this done in 2 days, and now I feel like I owe them a little bit. But that's just situational. But I go out the way to make sure don't nothing extra break that I don't have to do no extra work because I mean once you get up there, sometimes it's long nights because sometimes we have to get up in the roof and run a few lines. It's hot up there. I don't want to be up there all day. So I'm trying to extra careful, measure twice, cut once, get in and get out. So but yeah, I do. I do feel kind of bad when it don't work out exactly how I said.
And so you do a lot of it by yourself, or you have help.
I do a lot more by myself now. At one time, I did have my dad out there helping me. I don't call him out as much anymore because he retired, and I like to let him do what he want to do instead of feel like he got to come do something. So I call him out if it's a big job, if it's something big, like man, I just need an extra hand or somebody to feed the wire. I call him out. Now lately, churches I've been dealing with, like the last 2 times, they just needed somebody to help them. Like they know what they wanted. They already had an idea. They even had a guy who was gonna help. They just needed another person to kind of guide and make sure they were doing it right. And so those was much easier. Like man, I got there. They had already had some lines run. They knew exactly where they wanted to put. Like one church had some TVs they wanted to put up. They just needed help. I'm like, okay, I can help. You know, at a fee. And but you have to. Hey, you laugh. I have to. I've learned, man. I'm telling you. Telling them, can you just come over here and help me? No, I can't. I can't just come over and help you because if I come help you, it's like water. If I just come help a church or anybody, just come help you out the goodness of my heart, they tell the next person, they be like, well, Miss Rosanna said you came down here and helped her with her TV. You think you can swing by and look at mine too?
Yeah.
I had to stop that, man. I'm running the neighborhood, not getting paid, using up all my gas. But everybody's stuff on the block work.
They don't need to give you no love out.
They want to give you. You want a can soda? That's how they do. You know, not even no pop. They want. You want a can soda? You want? I got some peanut butter nails I just got over here. You want? No. It's hard, man. It's different, but you know, I've learned, like, especially when I went to school. When I went back to school to get my master's, that was really eye opening for me having to start telling people no, because I just didn't have the time. I was like, I can't. I got a paper I need to work on. I got homework I need to do. I don't have the time. I just can't do it. And I found myself since school, it's a little easier for me to say no because I got used to it. I got accustomed to it. And having this free time to do some other things has been great. So like I used to have class every Tuesday, and now I don't schedule anything on Tuesday because I go to the gym and shoot basketball with a few fellas every Tuesday. So I keep that on my block because if not, I'll be trying to fill it up with something else. So sometimes you have to put stuff in the way to keep yourself, going. You may be like, well, you just moving, putting something there so you can't tell, you don't have to tell people yes. If that's what you got to do to keep your sanity, then do that. Because, I remember a lady calling me and telling me, hey, Rod, you do so much for so many people. You just don't have time to do some stuff. You gonna have to start telling people no. I was like, yeah, you're right. And then she go, now can you help me with something? You don't really want me to tell you no. People know you want me to tell other folks no so you can get my time.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You have to watch it, man. Everybody that's watching, I appreciate you guys being here. Feel free to put something in the comments, how you feel about telling people no, things that you can do to tell people no, and how you deal with people who get upset. Y'all ever have somebody get upset with y'all that you told them no?
Hey, that happened to me today. So I got a phone call probably about 2:45. Might have been 2:45. And the guy asked me a question, just kept talking. And so he said, hey, can I borrow it? I said, no, you can't borrow it. And got mad, got angry. And I said, how you gonna get mad at me for you trying to borrow something from me when I'm telling you no? And I don't want to get in detail what else was said, but then I gotta get ready to go on this meeting, whatever. And but I mean, I guess it's just the world that we live in. People are not, like you said, people are not compassionate about your time, your space, and the stuff that you got to do because they take you for granted. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. And if that person is watching, which I doubt, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It's embarrassing, man. I mean, how you gonna get an attitude from somebody telling you no to borrow their stuff? Knowing you got a whole people, like I said, people don't respect other people's time and life and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That sure happened to me today.
I will say, if I tell somebody no, or if I say something that you don't care for, You get a little attitude with it, and the answer is most definitely no. It's probably about to be, you know, a 4-letter word and no. Because
You black.
I'm
You
already
black.
trying to be a little nice and trying to be considerate of you. But if you're gonna be like that, I can tell you where you can go buy one.
It ain't just gonna be that 4-letter word. It's a 4-letter word, probably plus another 6 to 8-letter word in there. You got
Right.
to double the curse words on that one.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
The audacity.
you get mad because you can't use my stuff. Yeah, nah, I don't deal with folks like that. Like, man, I just don't understand. What you mean you don't understand? I don't spend my hard-earned money on whatever it is, and you want to burn it up. And then if you use it up, he want to ask you, well, when you gonna get another one? I ain't getting another one.
Hey, bro, this sound like a recent conversation.
Hey,
But see, and like mine today,
oh, did I lose you? I think it was me.
to my me, everybody gone. Nah, everybody froze on mine.
Oh, did I lose y'all? I think I froze for a second.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
today. Dude called me today. All the other numbers I had blocked him off of. So he called me once again on another number. Because I have to answer no name call, no name numbers or whatever. But man, that just bothered me. That just tell you, man, they got in my spirit pretty bad today. Like they were going to good.
Yeah. And the answer I did hear before I froze, yeah, I might be speaking from a little bit of experience. It's all right. You have life experience and you learn from them.
Now he said it's a recent experience. That's what he said. He said yours was a recent experience with it.
No, I don't think it was recent. It's maybe a touchy.
It sounds like a little agitated from like it might have been something that not happened not too long ago.
Nah. Just know if you're gonna use it up, just remember I ain't getting another one. You ain't gonna use me twice. It's like folks ask you to borrow stuff, they'll never bring it back, and you be like, "Hey, no, man, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I can see it over there."
Or just get it out and put it right there. Just I shouldn't have to ask you for it. Just get it out.
Right.
Just put it right over there.
I was listening to I think it was Ricky Smiley. They was talking about when people ask you to borrow something and like, can I borrow $20? And then they don't pay you back, and then you like, hey, what about that money you owe me? And they're like, you still worry about that little fucking $20? It went fucking when I gave it to you. I can't believe you mad about that fucking $20.
And you should tell her, since it's just a little funky $20, go and get it to.
But I like it when people say, hey, let me borrow something, and then say wait 2 or 3 months to make it seem like you might have been forgot. Then they come back and say, hey, can I borrow? What happened to the $20 you borrowed from me 3 months ago?
Ah, man, that was different.
I thought I gave that back to you.
And how folks they ask you to borrow stuff that they know they can't get back to you.
Or the ones who said, I know I still owe you, but if you mind.
I get them both back. I give you the $20 from last time and this time. I remember, when you was little, your mama may tell you run up the street and go up there and ask your auntie or your cousin if you can borrow some sugar. And you always thought about, you gonna give them the sugar back? You gonna go to the store, buy some sugar, get back to
Definitely ain't gonna get the sugar back.
Just get that stuff back.
The sugar ain't coming back.
I always ask, Go up there and ask if we can borrow a can of green bean. You know, them green, just ask them, can you have one? You gonna give back to them. But that's the thing, man. You know, we have to think about, you know, when we setting boundaries for ourselves, we're telling people no. Are we being kind or are we just being people pleasers? You know, do we find ourselves telling people yes because we know that's what they want to hear, or you know, or we actually just as we gotten older, we just kind human beings. We just want to help out as much as we can. You know, what do y'all think?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, the older we get, problems ever like the kids. The older you get, the more patient you get, the more lenient you get, the more you it'll be all right. But reality, you still gotta stand on it. So especially you gotta protect, like you said, you gotta protect your sanity, you gotta protect your peace, you gotta protect your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the older you get, I don't know, that's just me speaking. I mean, because a lot of stuff that bother me that don't certain stuff I snap on, but certain stuff maybe I don't care about it.
I feel. I think one of the things we have to look at, or at least go back a little bit and meditate on, is when you was a kid. If you think about when you was little, you had your favorite toy or whatever. You know, somebody come up, oh, can I let me borrow that? You're like, nah, you can't. You can't take my Tonka truck or my Spider Man, whatever it was, home. But you know, as you got older, let's say you got to like eighth grade, and somebody come out, let me borrow that game. Oh yeah, you can borrow this game. You know, it just kind of at some point it switched where all of a sudden it was cool to lend your stuff out, let people, you know, do stuff, whatever. But when you was little, I mean, you didn't care who it was, mama, daddy, brother, cousin, they come there trying to get no, you can't have it. I ain't sharing. You
That's
know,
mine. That's
it's
mine.
mine. It's mine. Little kids don't have no problem telling somebody no. My truck. It's mine. And we be in there messing them up. Oh, go on, share with the little man. You can share with him. No. Children be like, no.
Ron, I ain't never thinking that, but you show right. You show right from a little $2 toy. You'll be mine and you ready to fight the world over. But you get that NBA live, Mark Madness out there be $100 game. You swapping them out like it ain't nothing.
Swapping games out. $80 in your pocket. You know, sit down the street to somebody.
Let a person borrow a shirt and you ain't seen it back, it might get messed up. Yeah, you ain't lying. Boy, you
I
right.
just don't know how they switch. You know, society. You know, I guess we're told we need to share, be kind, and be mindful for people for so much. You know, because in the beginning, like you said, that little $2 toy, you wish somebody would take.
Yeah.
We'll tear this house up looking for that $2 toy.
Won't sleep, won't do, man, what? I gotta find my toy.
Do y'all have issues now as married guys telling your spouses no?
I think it all depends. How I feel you, JP. He gonna plead the fifth. Now I answer. I answer. I answer. I think it depends on what it is. Um, like you know, we've been married almost 15 years, man, and we've gotten to a point now where we kind of know and understand the things that bother each other.
Mm.
And so I think Karen knows some of the things that I don't like or that will bother me. And I think those things she just won't do. And likewise, I know the thing that bother her. And I'm like, no, I ain't gonna do that because I know my wife ain't gonna be cool with that, man. I ain't gonna even fix my mouth to even say no crazy stuff like that. You know? Um
I agree with Rod.
and I think that's just what it is, man. Other than that, when it is something serious, I think really, and JP, I know you can say this for sure. I think our spouses when it's really something we had to sit down and talk about, and we're afraid that they may say no or make them upset, we treat them just like we treat our parents when we were little. We had that conversation I had 5 or 6 times. I'm gonna wait till she get home after she ate.
You done rehearse your lines.
Yeah, man, you gotta get that stuff out.
I
Man,
must
you
have
gotta get
my
you gotta
lines.
get the
Then
time
you
the
get in that
time right.
conversation, forget
The,
everything you said you were gonna say.
He
you get the
probably
time
would.
right, the place right, the situation got to be right, the mood got to be right, the weather got to be right,
All those things. Like,
the air circulation.
if
Yes,
there's
sir.
a situation where you think there might be a little drama, you ain't gonna ask her why she folding the clothes. She already don't want me folding the clothes. You come here and ask some crazy stuff like this. Oh no. They gotta give her a glass of wine while she watching Housewives. Then I ask my question.
But let
Oh
me ask you
hell,
though. So,
hell no, not during this. No, not while housewives and stuff. No,
has it
no.
gotten easier to say no over the years versus when you first got married?
Um,
Because when you first get married, you in that dating phase, you in that "Ooh, baby, I love you" phase, and whatever you want, I'm gonna do kind of phase. And now that you've been married 10, 15, 20 years, it's easy to say, hey, uh, nah, we can't do that.
I don't know if it's so. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. I don't know if we really say no. We more so say what we ain't gonna do. You
Mm,
know, hey, look, I ain't doing it, or we can't do that. You know,
yeah.
and a lot of times I think the situations. I mean, I really can't speak for everybody because I do. I try to be mindful. I don't want my wife to feel like she has to come and ask me permission to do everything. I don't have. I'm not her owner. I'm not her mom or her dad, so I don't want her to feel like she gotta have permission to do stuff. But I think,
He he ain't Joe
as
Jackson. All right.
right. But I think as a couple, we discuss things like, hey, you know, if there was a large purchase or something that she wanted, the same way with me, I wouldn't just go buy it and be like, hey, I brought this home and spent 200, 300, 400, whatever it is. I probably say, hey, look, I saw so and so, I want to get it. Um, and get her thoughts about it. And if she has some serious concerns, then I might be like, well, we may not need to do that right now. And likewise, I don't think she would just go buy something big without discussing it with me. Like one of the things I wouldn't know, I've heard the stories back in the 80s and 90s of folks saying, yeah, my dad just can't hold a new car. And nobody knew what's going. you know. But I wouldn't do that. I think the time has just changed. I would just come on with a new car. Like we probably have been talking about the car for a while, and decided, okay, I'm gonna get it.
I did that twice.
Just came home with a new car.
However, howsoever, the second time I did text her while I was at the car, like, I said, hey, I think I'm finna get this. You want to call? And she said, nah, you need to leave that there. And
You got it anyway.
I got it anyway. Yeah. But
But
there was always there was always a reason behind my madness of doing stuff. That, anyway, yeah,
but
definitely.
but I
We
think
have go ahead.
now I was just gonna say like what Ryan was just saying. I think it's to the point now where is you can kind of read each other language, but mood and for real though, mood understanding yay and nay and like it's just a big more of a respect thing. So even with the no, like I said, you kind of know when they're gonna say no. You know what I'm saying? Or when it's something
Mhm.
stupid, or you know not to say it, and the vice versa. But more so, I think it's just a respect thing. And like I said, if it's something really big, communication is real key, and especially in regards to it. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
The no that I may say to my wife is not the same as the no that I say to my son. Those are
Yeah,
Oh
two
no,
totally different
no,
no's.
no.
They told they two totally different no's.
The no to your son is be like, hell no. No to your wife, hell no. I love
And
you.
see with her it may be it may not even be no. It'd be like, we're gonna have to let's look at it a little bit or let's talk about that or with your child, you're like, nah.
Nah, know the first
No, no,
word.
you yeah. The child, you just tell them no, then you follow up and don't ask me no more. A child, you
And
give them
see,
a double no.
but it's like, and see, like tonight, my middle girl, she said some stuff to me, and it kind of hurt me, but it didn't hurt me, but it kind of did. You know, she's graduated now. She's of age. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to treat her like a young adult. You know, how to date and be responsible and stuff. And she gonna say, "But Dad, I ain't want to ask you because you was gonna already say no." I said, "No, I wasn't." I thought about it. Yeah, I probably was gonna say no, but but it doesn't hurt to just try it now, you know, because you're out of school, you know. So
Yeah.
now it's yeah, I probably was gonna say no to this situation, but I understand your age and situation now, so I'm not gonna say no that fast. It's gonna be
It's gonna be a slow no.
no, it'll be a yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a
it's one of them understood yes. Like, okay, I'm telling
yeah,
you, yeah, but
yeah. I tell you, I tell you what the Bible say the
but
kids got to get out the house. The kids got to get out of the house because it. I'm telling you, boy, even the grown people.
oh yeah,
It's true. Gosh, my, oof,
man,
oof.
it's a real thing, man. My son, I mean, he just 8. And he told me the same thing. He didn't want to ask me because he just pretty much already knew what the answer was gonna be. And like, well, and I think I read a story somewhere, an article somewhere where kids lean towards the parent that they feel like they can manipulate the most. And it's
Oh
not that
wow,
they trying to, but that's the word they use. It's not that the child is
Mhm.
actually trying to manipulate the parent, but that was just
and
the
trying to get
word
that
that they
yes.
use. Yeah, right. And so they feel like, you know, mom, and it's not a mama or daddy thing. It's just whichever one it is, you know. And so if they feel like the mama is the one who more than likely to say yes, they gonna ask mama every time.
Or you do like we used to do growing up. Whenever we wanted to stay over my uncle and house, we would have my cousin have to ask my mom, or we'll go ask their mom, and we always played that against each other. And truth be told, if they were gonna ask my daddy, it was gonna be no every single time. But we
Hmm.
did play it against, like, you go ask your mom, can I stay over? Go ask and that's how we played it. Now, yeah, we
And
can't,
I
Yeah,
think that's
you
I
know,
think that's how everybody did.
I was a
time,
fool. I did.
time to change a little bit now.
I can see what Rob was saying. Yep, because you are gonna ask the one that's gonna most likely tell you yeah.
Yeah.
And see, like Johnny Key, like what you just said in this situation, same thing. You're gonna talk to the person, you're gonna lean on the person that's gonna tell you yeah, you know, instead of your parent. And that's those are true statements. I can see that. That makes
It's
sense.
just what it is, man. We try to find different ways as humans to get the answer that we want, and nobody
Yeah.
wants to be told no. Realistically, nobody. If I'm asking you something, asking you to do something, or asking you for something, you trying to ask the person that you think gonna tell you yeah.
Mhm.
Like you don't
True.
ask the person you know gonna tell you no to borrow some money. You ask them last. You ask everybody else, and then you be like, "Well, I'm gonna ask my daddy because everybody else done told me no."
Yep, yep, yep,
you know,
yep.
and so we gravitate towards the people that's gonna tell us yes. We just have to be mindful as we get older to understand that it's okay to tell people no and not feel bad about it.
You know what?
Man,
I didn't gravitate from the person who was gonna tell me yes. I gravitated from the person who would say yes without explanation. Because some people who would say yes, but let me tell you something. Because you asked me this, let me give you. I don't need your advice. Just tell me yes and just send it to me or whatever, and let's go on by our way. Because
yeah.
there's some people who say, "Hey, can I borrow $10 for gas?" And they be like, "So where you going with $10 of gas? And how
They
much
ask
you
you all
make?"
that. Can I just get
Like,
$10?
so you gonna use $10 for gas? That's how you gonna use. I feel like
Or
something else. Like, or can I have $50 to help me pay on my light bill? So why your light bill behind? So that's gonna be ask me them questions. Like,
right,
so them people be
right.
the
You
last people I used to ask. Like, that you be the last. I ask you later on.
right, you open up some memory vaults then, boy. Cause, 'cause I'm telling you, it was one time, like I said, my mama, I said, Mama, let me borrow the car. Let me right here and get in the car. All right. I never ate daddy because daddy was gonna tell me, he was gonna tell me no. So I told the mama, let me get the car. So I get the car. I find some type of way to get in trouble. I'm in trouble. So now I gotta call. I can't call mama because she gonna say you need to talk to dad. So I just go ahead and call dad. Dad, I'm in trouble. Come help me. I need you. I get the butt chewing, all this stuff coming home. Well, next weekend come out, want to borrow the car again. So once again, run to mama. Mama, I promise you it ain't gonna happen again. I ain't gonna do it again. Get the car again. Get back in trouble again. Oh boy, I tell you the truth. Whew, God, grace and mercy.
It's a never ending cycle, man. And, and
Uh,
and and the thing is, it's human nature. It really is. It
yeah.
really is. It's human nature. You looking for the person that you feel like is gonna tell you yes. We did it as kids, and we still do it as adults. I mean, you could work somewhere, and you got two principals or two
Mhm.
supervisors or whatever it is. You gonna ask the one you think gonna tell you yeah. You know
Yeah.
which one say no the most. You ain't gonna ask them. You gonna ask the other one. JP know he a coach. He know what coaches tell the children yeah and what coaches tell them no. And
That's
he know
right.
the children go over to ask the coach and say yeah all the time. That's who they ask to do stuff. Well, coach so and so said we can.
That's the hammer and the nail. That's it. You never did 2x4, brother. That's your body. You right.
It's just human nature. We search for the yes, and so and one thing, and I guess that's one thing that we got to think about and just look at as adults. If you got some product that always come to ask you to do something, you the yes.
You the
They
yes man.
always come to you because you tell them yes all the time. It ain't that you just great. I mean, you might be great at what you do, and I'm not saying that just you ain't great with what it is, but a realistic thing is because you say yes. Because sometimes people, like I know
I
I've done this.
say, Rod, are you saying I ain't great at what I do? They want to be coming.
No, no. What
I
I'm
just
saying, like for example, there's three people that I typically use to make t-shirts for me. And there's one lady I really like how she makes t-shirts. She's a good value. But if I don't get to her by a certain time, I know she even gonna tell me no, or she gonna upcharge me to get them at the time that I want. And so I got
Mm,
two other ladies that will help me out. And so when I'm in a bind, I don't even go ask the person I like the most. I go ask one of the other ones because they more than likely tell me yeah.
right.
without the
And so
upcharge.
right without the upcharge. And they do a good job. It's not that they do a bad job or it's cheap. I like what they do. I just like the other one better. But if I know they're gonna tell me yes, I'm gonna ask them. We do it with anything. We do it with Amazon. We shop on Amazon based on the delivery date. If they can't get here by Thursday, I just ain't gonna even get it. Instead of
Hmm.
waiting that extra day or buying stuff on time, we will buy a more expensive item on Amazon if they can get it to you quicker than the cheaper item,
Yeah,
depending on what it is and when you need
yeah, and I base mine on that shipping charge too.
it.
I'll
That's
tell
just the
you quick if the shipping charge too much. The item $4, the shipping charge 15. I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need it. But you'll look at it like this: is like, for example, if it's a USB cable and you need a new charger, and you got one charger might be $7, but it won't be here till Monday. And this one $9, they be here Friday. You buy a $9 charger
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to wait till Monday. You'll pay more for it to get it here on Tuesday. I mean on Friday. And it's just because I know they're gonna get it to me, whatever. And the same way with shirts like that, the other lady may charge me an upcharge, but she could charge me a real upcharge. If the shirts were regularly $12, she gonna charge me, $17 for each shirt.
Yeah.
Well, the lady that I'm just going to because she can do it fast, she probably just gonna charge me 14 or 15. It's still cheaper than the other lady. I ain't gonna even ask the other lady when I'm late. And then what the other lady said, now, Mr. Thurman, you gotta have the stuff in by a certain time in order to do it. I gotta see if I can fit you in. What color? Oh, that color shirt. I gotta see if I can even get it. You don't want to go through all that. I called the other lady. You should have called me yesterday, but come on.
Side note, if you are listening to this and you think Ryan is talking about you, he is not.
No, they know what I'm talking. They need to tell folks know too. They know who I'm talking about. I've told her before, not just for me. I've seen her somewhere. Oh man, you look exhausted. Yeah, I was up to 4 o'clock making shirts. I was like, oh man, when did you get the order? Well, they called me Monday. Talking about, can they pick them up Wednesday? I said, you should have told them for now.
It's easy for us. It's easy for us to tell people that we tell them no. Tell them no, but then when it come around to us, like, hey,
you be right in there.
Did you tell me no? Like you can't do it, like, man.
Now I won't tell you no, but I will put you in the back burner sometime. Cause when you say this, I thought about somebody told me to do something for him today, Wednesday. Told me to do something for him yesterday. It might get done tomorrow, Friday, Monday next week, but it'll get done. I told him I'd do it.
Now I'm gonna ask you this: Have you ever not did something or did something not to the best of your ability, so that person stopped asking you to do it?
I have.
I can't.
There's some programs that I looked at and I was like, man, I must was rushing through that. Matter of fact, I was looking at one a couple weeks ago and I was like, man, I must rush through that one. And I know exactly what happened. I rushed through that one. I did.
Because you didn't want to do it, but you didn't want to tell them no.
So what happens? Disclaimer: if this is about you,
Well, how did they know it was about this? Unless you.
This was a service. Okay, it was a service, and there were 2 programs for one service. I put it like that. And I worked so much on one program that the second program, I had to rush to get it done. And so it didn't get the attention of the other program. So when I look back on, you can tell the difference of which one I spent more time on than the other one. Because I ran out of time. I have a habit of booking myself.
I feel, hey, I'm telling you, the best thing to do, you're going to have to put some space in between things and just tell folks, look, what I've started doing, like if I go look at a job and we come to the agreement that, yeah, we're going to do this, I put at least a week or 2 in between me even starting. It's like, hey, so I can prepare myself, one, and then to make sure I ain't trying to book myself up with something else. I mean, I remember I had one little situation where they wanted me to come start. I'm like, look, I got school I got to finish. It's graduation. It's Mother's Day. I can't start until at least the weekend after Mother's Day. And not that I had so much stuff going on. Like, look, I gotta get to a point where I can get some stuff done because I don't want to be trying to finish schoolwork and out here trying to do this work and gotta go to regular work. Let me get something done, and then I put you on the schedule. Cause
Right.
I've done it. I've been there. Well, I was going to work, getting off at 5, going to the next spot, working there all day, coming home, eating a bowl of cereal, you know, giving my child a hug on the bed, waking up. Like, oh, I had to stop that. That's too much.
I ain't been there. I'm still there. I am still there. I am still there. And it's hard to say in my business. It's hard to say no to some stuff. It's like when I have a funeral, it's hard to say no. I can't do it.
It is different on the funeral. I give you that
It's
because
different
these
on
folks
that.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of my situation happens real quick. Even though so we, as a race, we have a habit of putting out our funerals for 7 days, 5 to 7 days, sometimes 14. But our families will still wait till 3 days before service and start sending stuff for a program. So it's hard to say nah, especially because you know how hard it is. Because it's still on the human side of it. Sometimes it takes a little while to get your mind together to start working on, especially if it's your close relative, your brother, sister, cousin, uncle, mama. It's a hard. If you're working on it, it takes you a little while to get your mind focused on getting stuff together. So I take that into consideration. But on the flip side of it, I'd be like, hey, you set this date. You need to go ahead and get this stuff into me. Like you
Production was right.
like you set the date. We didn't tell you what date to have this funeral. If somebody died on Monday and you said we want to have the service on Thursday, you should be leaving out the funeral home going already finding your 75 pictures that you're gonna put on the program. Side note, this ain't got nothing to do with this ain't got nothing to do with I just want to put this out there. Everybody go take a picture for your obituary. I'm just saying.
I ain't worried about it. I'm dead.
I've had to grab pictures off people's driver license. They have pictures when you were 7 years old and you 49 now. Like, just take one good picture for your obituary. Just one.
Hey, it is.
Just one day and say, "Hey, I want to use this." Put it up. Just take one picture. So we want.
I'm going.
A lot of other pictures.
I'm going to Glory Land. Y'all can have it. I don't care. You just throw me in the box somewhere.
I feel you. You can put a black box up there.
It's funny that you say that. I tell people that funerals are really not for you. It's actually for
Yes.
Yeah, for everybody else. You're right.
It's for your family. It's how they remember you.
Guess what? It ain't just a funeral. The wedding, it's the same thing. The wedding ain't for y'all. You have a wedding for everybody. Think about it. You had a wedding. You buy all these clothes that you're gonna wear one time. You pay for the venue. You buy all the food and all that stuff. You feed everybody that come. You pay the DJ so they can be entertained. Yeah, they may give you a gift, but then you do party favors. You give them gifts for coming. And you send them home, and you have to stay to the end. You have to make sure everything cleaned up and where it's supposed to be. And the wedding ain't for the only part for y'all is I do. After that, everything belongs to everybody else.
Turn up the grill.
Most as you get married, you think about it. Think about it. Think about your wedding. Think about your wedding. How much did you really eat at your wedding? You eat that much.
You don't remember.
Oh, who me?
We talk about JP.
Shoot, yeah, I do. I remember.
Do you remember?
Huh?
Right? Do you?
I remember JP wedding. I remember JP wedding.
Because
Yeah,
we know JP win.
yeah. I had a good win.
He was there physically.
Hey, I was there physically, spiritually, mentally, all that good stuff. But long story short, yeah, I ain't even that much in mind because
You talking,
it's
you
you
socialize, you
talk,
tell everybody
you know,
thank you. They want you to stop and eat the cake, stop and dance, stop and throw this. So come see your auntie before she go. You don't eat nothing.
Hey,
mm,
since you talking about since we talking about Noah, you on the wedding part. Do you feel like once you walk up that aisle, and once you standing up there, you are obligated to say yes?
Absolutely not.
You think once you up there that you can say no?
mm,
When you get up there, as bad as it may be, honestly,
You done spent $1,500 for this, $300 on your tux, and
divorce costs much more. So if you won't say
way
no, you
more.
better say no.
You better say it now because if you wait 5 years and say no, it's totally different. You know, basically the preacher be trying to give you an opportunity. Look, are you sure? Cause he asked you like 2 or 3 times.
And then it's that pause and that he give you. He give you that pause. It ain't just hey, he give you that pause and then that.
he asked the congregation, do anybody have any objection to this marriage? But if you up there, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you may feel like you have to say yes because you made it this far,
you done made it
but
this
I'm here
far.
to tell
You done
anybody
went
that
this
listen,
far.
if you got any doubts and you standing up there, you better figure them out first because you say yes,
Mm.
and
That's it, my
you
boy.
go a year or
If
two,
you say no while you up there, is the relationship over?
probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over with. I can't think of too many women that allowed a man to say no at the altar and came back.
What does she
And I
say?
don't but you don't even see it on Lifetime. So you know it don't happen that way
Yeah,
for them to come back and
ain't no coming back. You know, left him at the altar. That's it.
in her white dress.
Yeah. That's a hard no right there.
If you're at the altar and your spouse come up, or your future spouse, the person that you married, and she say no, but then after the ceremony, she done told you no and stuff, and you go back and she like, the reason I said no was yada 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 yada. Now I feel like if we work on this, we can probably go back to this and we can get it. But right now, I just feel like right now I can't say yes and be fully committed to yada yada yada.
The
You
only
know,
uh
That's worse than
so
you run down the highway and somebody pull your pants down. It's just similar to something like that. That's embarrassing. You ain't finna go around and show your face around your folks like that. And her in-laws and your in-laws. We you.
you can't
I'm
do it. I
sorry, you right.
mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, marriage, when you get married, you don't get married in the perfect you get married to the perfect person for you at that time. Like the person I was 15 years ago ain't necessarily the exact same person I am today. I've grown, I've changed, you know, whatever. And so my wife had to grow and change with me, and I have to grow and change with her. And so
Mhm.
if you're trying to wait till I'm perfect before you marry me, we ain't gonna never get married because there's always gonna be something. And so marriage is the beginning of the growth of the change. Now, if you got, hey, you cheated on me a couple times and you have to do something for, you might well stop then too because you are already mad at that situation. And anytime something happens, you're gonna say something about that situation. So if you
Mhm.
get to the altar and you say no, whoever say no for whatever reason, that's it. It's over. Because it ain't gonna never be yes. It's always gonna be some type of stipulation.
Mhm.
Nah, it's over.
I think JP froze.
Well, he froze at the right time because
Yeah, his head ain't. Oh,
there
there
you go. But man, we appreciate everybody taking some time out, and it's just like even on the show, it's three of us here tonight. The other three got other situations coming on. They couldn't get on, for whatever the reason may be. They are wives, family, situation, traveling, whatever it is. We have to allow them the space and opportunity to be able to say, hey, I can't do it.
We gonna have a conversation with them. We gotta have a group talk. They finna get fired, good.
We try to blow it. We try to blow it like Shannon Sharp nigga. They got to show up to work.
That's right.
Yeah.
We can't have no we need to grow from apartment 4A to club 4A.
Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate everybody for taking some time to chill with us tonight. Catch us again probably about 3 weeks for the next show. And again, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Deuces. Just kind of jumped out of nowhere. He was like, hey, man, yeah, buy my CDs. Stuck it out there, and I was like, still put CDs. How much you pay for this? You losing money.
People that smack while they eat. Like it's something that
I was sitting right beside the woman. It's just that y'all ain't a bitch.
Check us out on YouTube, and we'll be going live on Facebook next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, guys, we'll holler at you. Peace.